For today's video, I'm doing a quick look and comparison for the Zebco 33 Platinum. In a previous video, I took a look at the Zebco 33 Tactical and Delta. In that video, I gave my impressions and came to the conclusion that while the Delta is a very smooth and quality reel, due to its extremely slow retrieve speed, I just couldn't recommend it as a daily driver. Since that video was posted, I got a ton of feedback from you guys, and the one reel that was mentioned most often was the new Zebco 33 Platinum. So for this video, I wanted to do a quick unboxing, then take it to the local pond to test it out and compare it to the regular 33 to see if it's worth the upgrade. This is supposed to be the same platform as the Zebco 33, or the Tactical, which is just the Zebco 33 painted black. However, it's supposed to have a slightly faster gear speed and all stainless steel components and a better build quality. So we're going to get this unboxed, and then we're going to take it to the lake and test it out. So first thing I wanted to do was get this unboxed and see what it comes with and what we're working with. All right, so it comes with just the reel. It should be pre-spooled with line. All right, so first impressions is that it's definitely heavier in your hand. Actually, I can get a scale to weigh that out and see what we're looking at. So it looks like the 33 Tactical is 264 grams and the 33 Platinum, almost 300 grams, 298 grams. So in your hand, it's definitely heavier. We can see on the back here, it is a 4.7 to 1 gear ratio versus the 4.1. So that means we're gonna get a little bit more line in per reel. Let's take a look inside, see how it looks. You know, your basic Spincaster setup. It looks identical to the interior of the 33. See here. This one's a little newer. You know, I used this last season, so it is a little worn. The casing is all metal on the Platinum versus the plastic on the regular 33. All right, so with this unboxed and a first look done, let's go ahead and take this to the lake and see how it works. All right, let's go ahead and give this a cast and see how it goes. Not too bad, I suppose. See if we can cast a little further. Not bad. Now, one thing I'm noticing is that the retrieve speed is very comfortable. Does not feel too slow at all. This is actually feels very much like a spinning rod's retrieve speed. Compared to the Delta, I feel like the Delta was much smoother. Now, it does suffer from the downside of having a heavy Spincaster where it sits up high on top, so it wants to roll to the side really easy, and that causes you to grip the rod stronger than you would have. Like if you had a bait caster, you could almost like just balance it in your hand and it stays fine. But it might sound like a minor critique, but you know, hand fatigue and just fatigue in general is a big thing with fishing. When you're out here for hours and hours, you know, your wrists and everything, they start to get sore. And I've been out here for maybe 5 minutes and I can already feel, obviously not sore yet, but I can feel my grip muscles constantly being in tension, having to keep this from rolling. All right, so I switched over to a heavier swim bait, get a little bit better casting. Oh, wow. It's a heavier bait. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off and just try the regular 33 to give a direct back-to-back comparison. Okay, so now we're rigged up with the regular 33. Of course, it's the Tactical version that's painted black. Just give this a try and see how it goes. Well, right off the bat, it is much louder. You can really hear those bearings spinning. For some reason, it is a much easier retrieve. That is absolutely surprising. This is so effortlessly to retrieve. I mean, this is just so easy to retrieve. I don't understand why it would be so much easier on this. But I mean, I'm barely having to crank it. I can notice the slightly smaller gear ratio. It does take maybe 2 turns longer to bring it in, or at least you get a little bit less footage with each turn. If I had to pick between the two, the Platinum definitely has a better retrieve speed. You know, I didn't hear any of the bearings spinning on the Platinum, so as far as build quality goes, I'm definitely gonna have to give that to the Platinum also. But this is just ridiculously easy to retrieve. I don't know why it would be harder on the Platinum. At first I thought it was because the bait was so heavy. I mean, yeah, hands down, no question, it is easier to reel in the 33. I can't put a reason to it, but it just effortlessly pulls it back in. I'm actually gonna pull the Platinum back out. Got a minnow with a split shot weight and a foam bobber. See how we're casting on a light tackle setup. I still feel that resistance in the reel speed, and I don't know if that's maybe from the additional bearings or what, but the 33 just like, there's no resistance when you pull in. It almost feels like there's a drag set for the reel speed. Alright, so after spending some time with the 33 and directly comparing it to the original 33, here are my thoughts. I'll start with the pros. The first is definitely build quality. The Platinum is nicer overall. It has a smoother finish on the top cap, the body is full metal, the grips are a little larger and nicer to hold, and overall it feels like a more premium reel. It's extremely smooth to cast and reel with no audible sounds from the gears or bearings. Next, it has a noticeably faster retrieve speed. It's not dramatically faster, but it is without question faster than the 33. I actually had to slow myself down at first when I was using it because I was pulling the lure out of the water and skipping it on the top. So if max retrieve speed is your goal, then the Platinum is the fastest Spincast reel I've used yet. For the cons, there's really only two for me. The first for me is the weight. This might just be a downside of Spincast reels in general, but the added weight on the Platinum, and also I felt this on the Delta, is that it makes the reel feel very top heavy on the rod, which caused me extra grip fatigue. Over a longer session of fishing, this would become troublesome at worst or just annoying at best. So the last con for me on why I might reconsider this reel is the actual reeling. I can't put a reason to it, but it just felt like there was some hidden drag on the line when I was reeling it in. It felt like no matter which lure I was using, the weight, the style, it always felt like I was pulling it through grass. When I switched over to the 33 and used the same lures, it reeled in without effort. If anyone in the comments has an explanation for this, I'd love to hear it, because on paper, the Platinum should reel equally easily, if not smoother. So my final thoughts. With an only $30 price tag, it's hard to just not give the Platinum a spin if you are interested in the upgrade. You could save a few bucks and get the standard 33, or for the same price as the Platinum, you could get a standard 33 with a rod combo. Overall, I found the 33 Platinum to be a great reel that seems like it would hold up over time. But my personal preferences has me wondering why it didn't live up to my expectations. If you guys found this helpful, let me know by hitting that like button. If you have any experience with either of these reels, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.